something completely different.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Tampa Bay's #1 news station. This is the Fox 13 6 o'clock news.
Good evening and welcome tonight. I'm Mark Wilson.
And I'm Allie Corey. Thanks for being with us. Well, the biggest economic development deal in the history of St. Pete and Pinellas County is dead.
This perfectly represents the loser mentality of the Tampa Bay Rays. Now they go to the playoffs, they go to an occasional World Series, but at the end of the day, they're nothing more than a loser organization.
The Rays announced today they are no longer interested in the project that would have built this massive new stadium.
There was something about this deal that just didn't feel like it was going to happen. It also didn't feel like they deserved it, and that St. Pete should have to pay for it. You cheap bastard. I know it is Stu Sternberg. Screw you, buddy boy.
Despite agreeing to it just last year. Well, the Rays now leave $600 million public dollars on the table.
Hey, you know what we should do with the $600 million? Fix the roads, help out homeless, make housing more affordable. Not a baseball team that can't draw 17,000.
So what's next? Fox 13's Evan Axelbank reports for us tonight from...
Poor Evan's been having to respond and report on this over and over. It's got to be freaking tiring.
St. Pete.
The mayor says that he is done with Stu Sternberg and that this breakup...
That sounds in the background is the most St. Pete thing ever. You hear this all day.
The mayor says that he is done with Stu Sternberg and that this breakup is final. He says the only thing for the city of St. Pete to do now is find other developers for the gas plant district.
Also, does that mean that they're going to be going to Tampa? That has to mean that because the media reported that they had a potential deal in Tampa, even though they never did. But that totally means that they're going to go to Tampa then. It wasn't like Mayor Jane put out this post on social media that says the contrary. Because I thought they had a deal in Tampa. That was what the media was reporting or being told by the Rays to report. Mayor Jane tweeted this out. Disappointed the Rays aren't following through with stadium plans in St. Pete. The goal has always been to keep them in Tampa Bay. The city, the Tampa Sports Authority, and county are happy to talk with the team again. But any proposal has to make sense to our taxpayers and community. I just want sound effect heavy. Hell yeah, Mayor Jane. Thank you. She's not letting somebody walk over her like that scumbag Stu Sternberg.
The Field of Dreams is dead. The renderings of 30,000-seat ballparks are...
I love the rendering when they're showing what it would look like, and there was actually fans in the stands. That's how you know it's a fictional picture of a Rays game.
Surrounded by hotels, restaurants, and a museum of black history are in the same dustbin as all their other proposals.
I have no interest in working with this ownership group.
The Rays...
They're the absolute freaking worst. There's no authenticity. There's no communication. And we all know that Stu Sternberg is so freaking cheap. You know, he's the type of dirtbag to go to a steakhouse and tip $4.
Posted on social media Thursday morning they were not going to follow through with this deal, saying a series of events beginning in October that no one could have anticipated led to this difficult decision.
You didn't cover the roof. What did you think? The worst hurricane in 100 years wasn't going to just go by a disgusting, awful baseball field? Let's be honest here. The Tampa Bay media is afraid to say it, even though they always say it when the cameras or mics are off. It's a frickin' dump.
They blame the city and county for delaying bond votes, which officials point out happened during hurricane recovery.
Yeah, you know, something that's more important than a baseball team that no one cares about. There's actual fans of the Rays. I'll give them that. I'll give you guys a little bit of credit. They have some fans. But it's not that exponential. It's not that freaking big. You're not that important. You feel like it's a big deal because when you're a fan of a team and you're hanging around other people at sports bars that smell like cigarettes and middle-aged women, you feel like everybody cares about the Rays. But it's just you guys.
The 2-week delay came as the team calculated that revenue lost from not being able to play in the damaged Trop
I will be honest, I feel bad for Fergs, man.
would be too much to overcome. They could no longer afford the cost overruns, despite getting $600 million in public funds.
They're the freaking worst. And I almost feel bad for the media in Tampa because they've had to kiss their ass. Because if you don't say what they want them to have said, then they won't give you the inside source. That's why a lot of freaking people don't want to talk to me anymore. It's because I'll say it. There was never a deal in Tampa, and they freaking suck, okay? People got mad at me when I talked about it last year. Oh, you're spilling info. You can't fucking lie to your audience. Your audience isn't stupid. Because then when you lie to your audience about a potential deal in Tampa, and then there's no deal, they wonder if you were ever truthful.
I've seen nothing, not even something written on a napkin
Yeah.
to explain their cost overruns. I've seen no evidence of that whatsoever.
I bet when Stu Sternberg asks a girl out, he writes his number on a napkin like a boomer.
This comes after weeks of rumors about investment groups potentially buying the Rays. If they had before this deal was squashed, the stadium deal would have been transferred to a new group. And indeed, the mayor says he'd only work on a stadium deal in St. Pete.
It was like running around in circles on the playground. I'm going to get you, Stu Sternberg. You're going to give us a deal. It was a cat chase of nothing.
With a new owner. He says it's now time for the city to move forward to redevelop the gas plant district, a place black residents were removed from, to make room to build a Trop.
Yeah, I like that plan. Let's take care of the hardworking average Joe and Jane that works their ass off every day to get by in life. Not some frickin' baseball team that's third rate at best.
The promises of economic development, the 30,000 jobs. I mean, this was not about just the historic gas plant community. It was about the future of St. Pete.
The mayor of Tampa says that she is happy to talk with the Rays about potentially building a stadium there, but only if there's a deal that would make sense for City of Tampa taxpayers.
This is the media lying again. Like, I know she tweeted it, but she's not really going to say or show any interest. She's just saying that, like, I don't want to pay for it. God, this freaking area. It's why I'm the villain. Because I'm from Chicago, and up in Chicago, you actually call things out for what it is. You don't kiss the ass of the team and then end up looking like an idiot when it doesn't go with the way they wanted things to go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody last year, why'd you talk about it? Because that was a lie. I don't know. Maybe it's my big flaw, but I don't lie to my audience. There was never a deal in Tampa. Okay? Drove me freaking nuts. People are like, oh, well, what if they go to Tampa? What if they go to Ybor? Ybor City was a publicity stunt by a local millionaire. I interviewed the guy. The audio got played on Bay News 9 7-8 years ago. It was just, hey, maybe they can go to Ybor. And where are they going to go? Were you going to knock down people's houses? The hardworking average Joe's trying to get by in Ybor? There's no space for them. Just move them to Orlando and call it a day. Jesus freaking Christ. You think about how much fucking damage happened during Hurricane Milton, and you spend the last 6 months, the Tampa Bay Rays. You know what the Tampa Bay Rays are, if I can equate it to dating in 2025? It's like being on Bumble, and it's that bougie girl that's really cheap, that always orders the most expensive things on the first date, and then ghosts you and unfriends you on Snapchat. Yeah, that's the Tampa Bay frickin' Rays.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a